Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you all had a great weekend. I imagine for most of you, the work week is beginning. Let's see if we can ease you into it with your regular weekday long dark broadcast. So, what is our situation? Well, last time's live stream was quite active. Shot 2 wolves, shot a bear. Hang on, or was that the previous day? Well, then it's in the aftermath of that. Went to the Hibernia processing station and stripped out most of what I need, if not all of it. Then spent some quality time at the forge on the Riken making arrowheads and weapons. And that decided it was a great time to give me cabin fever, or I should say 98% chance of cabin fever, which I then spent a significant portion of the live stream trying to do something about by sleeping in the wheelhouse on the Riken in various unpleasant weathers. Fortunately, I had sufficient meat to allow me to do that. I can safely say if I hadn't killed the bear and the wolves, but particularly the bear, it would have been a little bit more of a dire situation. Mind you, if I hadn't killed the bear, I wouldn't have spent so much time on the Riken. So, as we sort of speak, Mackenzie is just about, hopefully, to get over his cabin fever risk, and we should, with a bit of luck, be able to transfer safely to the Lighthouse and I won't say relax. And within the context of the long dark, maybe relax just a little bit. We'll see what happens. Why do I get the feeling there's a blizzard outside? I do hope that's not the case. So you can see my cabin fever risk there. Yeah, it's not doing me any favors. I should have water. Yes, I do. Oh, that's not too bad. We've had worse situations. So my basic plan is to pack everything onto a travoy and then get out of here. The major risk actually will be going round that area and then the possibility of wolves. I might be advised to head across first, but it is entirely too freezing right now.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, I can actually understand his concerns there. Because we are carrying, yeah, an awful lot of stuff. I can drop that. And yeah, there's all my bits. And how many matches have I got? 12. That's not actually too bad. Push come to shove, I can always head back to the coastal highway. But now I do really, really need the weather to cooperate. I'm a little concerned about dropping everything, because I'll probably forget some of it. So what I might do is unladen myself of some of this lot. Oops. just so that I can move around a little more easily.
Too heavy.
Morning, Eugene. Good morning, Atluxity. Welcome back. How was your vacation? All right. Now we can walk around a little more freely. Good morning, Danny. How's everybody's fur babies this morning? Where's the moose? Oh, well, a bit late to tell me that. No, they are there. Now, I guarantee you that at least one person watching is going to be horrified about what I'm about to do. Which is, I'm actually going to load up this first.
I'm not sure I can carry much more. Can't feel my hands.
Well, I think I managed to get away with that. I'm not sure what my settings are for that, to be honest. I might have got some of that switched off or disabled for the purposes of streaming.
Wait. I'm so cold, I'm warming up again.
There's the furnace. Should be able. Trying to find my way up, and I always forget how to go there. Oh, here it is. Did I leave anything? And this is where we've been spending the night, which was most uncomfortable. So it looks like my best bet is to warm up. Go clear across the ice.
Can't feel my feet.
And it is getting warmer, which is good. So, now it looks like free fire. Except I don't have anything. Oh, I've got sticks. Do you know what? I was actually thinking of that, and then I forgot. I was actually thinking, put everything in the... No, I forgot. As usual. Eugene's prediction that I would forget has come true. Oh dear. Where's the moose? Oh, there he is. If anybody is wondering if this is nerve-wracking, the answer is yes, it is. Not so much because of Mr. Moose over there, but because of, yeah, wolves in this direction. There can most definitely be wolves here. And my problem is going to be getting this lot up here. So if I can't get the travois up, I'm going to have to carry everything.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
We'll carry all the high-risk stuff first. Yes, I am. Pretty sure I am. Yeah, I was pretty sure I was, for the simple reason that 38 kilos was under my weight limit. I'm going to start calling you Mother, Eugene, at this rate. Eugene is my personal Jiminy Cricket. From the cartoon, I should say, not the book, because what happens to Jiminy Cricket in the book, yeah, would not be a great idea. Don't think that would be appreciated. I see, incidentally, that there's a new horror film that I have no desire to see whatsoever, based on Pinocchio. What do they calling it? Pinocchio Strings Undone, something like that. I am, yes. Actually, I believe the original book is fairly horrifying, and there are certain aspects of the Disney cartoon which is quite horrifying too. So making a horror movie based on it seems entirely apropos.
Too much stuff to carry.
Oh yes, no, do you remember I went through a brief period when I had more time reading some of Grimm's fairy tales, and some of them are, yeah, well, they're all pretty horrific. Grim, as we might say. I didn't get round to reading Snow White. I did read... oh, grief, I can't remember all the ones I read. Rapunzel has some really quite unpleasant connotations to it. The age of the protagonist, for example, she is only 14. Cinderella? Yep, that's another yikes. There's a couple of versions of that one. Cinderella is actually kind of interesting. One of the earliest French ones is all focused on forgiveness and understanding, and everybody lives happily ever after, including the evil stepsisters. But the other one, yeah, that one's bizarre. That's the right word. Okay. I think the fire's gone out. Hansel and Gretel? That one's deeply disturbing. Even though it's actually probably based on, I'm not sure if you'd call it cultural memory, but certainly something like that.
Feels like a lot of gear. Cold is making my head feel thick.
You survived worse, Mackenzie. Yeah, yes, it will be. I have the coal here for a fire, so... I don't even know what time it... Oh, we are actually getting on to nightfall, so... Yep. Oh, yes. That's one of... I say, yeah, that's the reason I wanted to come back here. That's not a great circumstance, but inevitable.
Damn. I'm freezing.
Hey, but at least, you know, we've got 14 arrowheads, 2 axes, 2 knives. I mean, that gives me a bit of a buffer for when my whetstones run out. Is that how Interloper ends up running out, working? You end up going backwards and forwards between forges to make weapons? Oh, does he? Ah.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
I think the charcoal's excessive. Does anybody want to hazard a guess as to what I have left behind with the Hibernia processing station? At least I think I have. Yes, I have. Yes. I left my salt behind, didn't I? I know I don't need to take that all upstairs, but I'm going to anyway.
Might have to drop some gear.
At least I could. I could have put it on the travoy. I mean, I carried everything else, but I suppose I don't remember making the decision. You know what? Let's not take salt with us. I don't remember making that decision, so I can only assume that I completely forgot about it. But thank you for giving me an excuse. It's okay, I'm not actually going to put this down. I'm just going to make sure I can put it somewhere. Yes, I can. Okay. Actually, I might. Yeah. Probably ought to put the firewood further over there. No, this is very true. Yes.
Gear.
But, you know, it would have been nice if I had gotten that right, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh. Hello, Moose. Well, that should be us all set up, hopefully, for the night. Let's see. Wow. That cabin fever doesn't give you much of a break, does it? I mean, I spent the equivalent in-game time of some significant time going backwards and forwards, and look what it's done to me. I really should hunt the moose. Hunting the moose is a great way to flush out the wolves in the area. Did last time. Yeah. Ended up with 4 wolves coming for me. More or less in a straight line. Do I need to take anything else upstairs?
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Oh, I've got a pretty good idea why you're so tired, Mackenzie. I have a very, very good idea. Hey, Tony! Any other boxes I can take up? Yeah, I know. I am fully aware of this, but not by much. By moderately acceptable amounts. And I'm going to delay until actually, given the amount of sleep I'm going to need and the amount of work, I might as well get on with this.
Come on.
So if I sleep for an hour, that should work.
Sunset. It's gonna get a lot colder soon. Too heavy.
Oh, he never stops complaining. Oh. Bother. Bother, 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 bother.
Ears feel numb.
Well.
Never felt so cold in my life.
I can't even see to pick it up. Oh, that got severely unpleasant very quickly. The good news is... And now I have absolutely no choice. Like... You know what I'm going to do?
It's getting kind of heavy.
Oh, at least we've got food, water. Reason I'm sleeping up here is I can't see to go downstairs. I think I'm just going to sleep through the night. Just as we... Ah, that was actually close. I mean, did you see how fast the weather seriously turned against me? That could have been quite drastic. And now I'm lost in my own lighthouse. Yeah. Very good job. Otherwise, I might have done 2 hour sleeps, but because I was cooking, 1 hour sleep was all I could really safely get away with. But yeah, if I'd done 2 hour sleeps, that would probably have killed me. That would not have been a great way to end the run. Well, excuse me a moment. Please give me a free fire day. It's not a free fire day, is it? No, but it might be. It might turn out that way. If so, I will finish off the cooking. I think Mackenzie needs a little bit of a vacation time after all that. He has not had a very pleasant few days. And he's got to go back over there at some point anyway. But the next thing we need to do is collect cedar to make the workbench and fur to make the meat curing box. And hopefully then we can hunt something worthwhile to stuff in it. I am going to say that in Voyager and Interloper, I would have done 2 hour sleeps. But I'm going to say that let me rephrase that. In Voyager and Stalker, I would have done 2 hour sleeps. I think for Interloper, 1 hour sleeps is probably advisable because that got potentially lethal very quickly. What died, gentlemen? The moose didn't decide to come up here and then fall off the cliff. Yeah. I think now my paranoia level is going to be 1 hour sleeps outdoors. Who was it advised me on 2 hour sleeps for Stalker and Voyager? I want to say it was you, Eugene, but it probably wasn't. Come on, give me a free fire so I can finish cooking. I need to consider how to hunt that moose. The problem is, any shot is a long one. You can shoot him from here. That rocky outcrop right below me. That's an awfully long shot with a bow. You can shoot him from over here, and that has the same problem. Last time I shot him, I ended up with half a dozen arrows all scattered around. Yeah, no, but like I say, the chances of me returning to Stalker even are slim to none. So yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
We need to find some place to escape this cold.
You're watching the moose, Mackenzie. Enjoy the time. Let's see. Now, I'm actually tempted to keep some of the wood. Sorry, the boxes for making tip-ups. Oh no, tip-ups use sticks, don't they? Let's see, some of this is probably... Well, not as depicted in the pictures, no. Yeah, because that's based on me, obviously. It's okay, I'm just picking up the sticks.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
But we'll call him Mackenzie. Or, if we want to be slightly cheeky, we could call him, well, if I was playing Astrid, we could call her the Drifter. Which is a shout out to the fact that to Saturday morning's live stream. Oh yeah, okay, I put the charcoal away in there. Just have a quick inventory here. I've got those, I got those, got some of that. Well, we have enough gut. It's all useful. I need to fix that. Oh, I need to fix... Okay, I need to go and... I'm just going to place my... This is a valid point. I need to be much more careful with my matches now. I've burned through them. Aha! Ew, that's a terrible pun. Quite quickly. Ah, look at this. We might have... You do see a moose. Congratulations, Tony. Your ability to identify large cervidae is unmatched. That is indeed a moose. It's cooking time.
Come on. All right.
What do you think, Tony? I mean, not Tony, I'm sorry, Eugene. What is the best place to shoot the moose from? Not a huge amount. I cooked some of it in the Riken. I've actually eaten quite a lot of the bear. I am thinking of the moose for when I eventually get the meat curing box, which actually shouldn't be that long. This is a perfectly valid point. How many times have I been trampled by that moose? I think the simple answer is several. It is a lot easier with the rifle. Ah, yes. And you can actually see where I took my long shot from at the bear. With a rifle from that little rocky point down there all the way to those two trees in the distance. And I hit him. So I ended up with a dead bear and a dead moose simultaneously. The bear ended up by the Hibernia processing stations, I remember. But, yep. That was a good shot, if I say so myself. I saw somebody had done a, and I can't remember the name of his channel, otherwise I would tell you. He did a shot on a wolf, which can best be described as innovative. And he did it as a short, where he launched himself off a cliff, shot the wolf on the way down, landed next to it, and for a moment you could actually see where it was giving him the option to butcher or harvest the wolf. And then he died from the fall. But it was... I'm going to have to remember... no, was it? No, this was... somebody else, I think. But, well, they claimed it, and I can't remember the name of them. I think he is an Indian. Maybe he nicked it because he published it as a short. No, that wasn't him. No, that definitely wasn't him.
I need to drop something.
I suspect then he simply took it. Or he emulated it. I mean, it's entirely possible that he emulated it. As a way to die in the long dark, though, that is epic. For that one, I will have to learn how to cheat and back up my saves so that I can try it until I get it right. That's definitely something I'm going to have to try for, 101 Days to Die in the Long Dark. If it had been Minecraft, he would have probably done the water bucket clutch at the last minute as well. You know, where you dump the bucket of water at the last minute and then you land in the water. Very Bugs Bunny. Yes, that's right. Yep. Okay, so the YouTuber I was seeing either clipped it or copied it or something like that. How did he get away with playing Skyfall? Because that's a copyright strike. And no ifs, ands, or buts. That's not one of those things where you can say, well, it's fair use or anything. YouTube should have detected that. Normally it would. If I tried anything like that, YouTube would copyright strike me. Unless it's an automatic demonetization. No, it's possible, depending on the license, that any money earned by that short immediately gets removed and transferred to the copyright owners. But that's
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
right. I am going to take my traditional break, seeing as I've already been going for an hour. So I will be back in about 3.5 minutes. Good time for everybody. Stand up, rehydrate, stretch your legs. I'll see you shortly. Right. And in case anybody's wondering with me talking about copyright, Hinterland does allow the use of its music in the way that I'm using it. So, and so does Digital Extremes. Yeah, I'm not about to try the rope jump and grab. That is a Minecraft type of clutch, they call it. Reason I'm curious about copyright is, well, obvious reasons. If you are a content creator and you do use music, it is something that you will probably encounter. Well, the other reason is there was a situation a few years back. Anybody watched Mumbo Jumbo? He does Minecraft. He's quite good. Now we got that done just about in time. I think we've got it. Mumbo Jumbo's situation was interesting. I remember listening to his music and thinking, wait a minute, I recognize that. How come he hasn't got a copyright strike? Yeah, we're running out now. But I've got everything cooked, so... And I don't need water. And... what time of day is it? And so... poor Mumbo.
Much stuff to carry.
He got something like 400 copyright strikes simultaneously for each individual use of this piece of music. Now, Mumbo had actually commissioned the music from somebody else, and that somebody else and he had permission from that somebody else to use his music. And so he assumed that he was doing everything right. Except that, obviously, he wasn't. I'm very tempted to make a run, assuming it's not too windy. I have a suspicion. I have now got to the point where I don't want to do that. Yeah. He and his girlfriend had to spend a couple of days just going through all of his videos that used this sample and remove the intro. And the silly thing is, he should have known, but he didn't. He assumed that because he had permission from the person who actually did the music, that he had the right to use it. And he technically did, but he didn't. And it was literally a 3 or 4 second piece of music. He went on, I think, he actually complained about it. And you can sort of understand where he's coming from, except he was wrong. Which is important to remember. He was actually quite wrong. And he clearly didn't understand about musical copyright. I mean, he got it all resolved, this kind of thing. YouTube has actually, as I understand it, gotten a lot better now. So that that piece of sampled music would have been detected immediately these days. So he would have known about it right up front. But back then, it wasn't quite as precise. Oh, heck. I'm dreadfully sorry that I've gotten 2 messages in rapid succession. Means I need to pay attention to it. I hope it's just... Oh, I think it's just my... Sorry, give me a moment. I think it should be. What? Hang on a moment. I'm sorry about this. I don't think any action is needed on my part, but my second ex-wife just messaged me, and I want to make sure that there's no untoward things going on. And the reason I'm doing this right off the bat is because my son gets his A-level results this week, and I'm hoping we don't have any issues. What was that? Oh, okay. No, we're good. No. She just forwarded me something very unusual. Yeah, so...
That did it. Too heavy.
So, a little hint for any content creators out there who might or might not be watching, or who might or might not be considering going into it. If you are in a situation where you have a question in your mind about whether or not you are technically allowed to use a piece of music, upload it to private first. That way you'll get the warning, but it won't be a strike against you.
Come on. That's done. Pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I've done original soundtrack music for The Long Dark and for Warframe, and yeah, I did an experimental upload before I actually published the whole thing, so that's how I determined that there was no copyright issue. But copyright gets complicated. You can have multiple levels of copyright on a piece of music. In case anybody's wondering why I went out to pick up firewood, I'm picking up wood for making furniture benches and this kind of thing. But what slightly bothers me, I suppose, about Mumbo's situation was that he didn't check after he'd found he was caught out and decided to go onto YouTube to complain. He should have checked the law, because if he'd spent 5 minutes checking the law, yeah, I do remember, Eugene. That's why I was heading in that general direction. Yeah, if Mumbo had actually checked copyright law, he wouldn't have run into trouble. He wouldn't have had a reason to complain. He would have actually understood the situation. I mean, you can sort of see his point. He thought he did everything right, but in reality, no, he didn't. He fell slap bang into a legal situation, and while technically it wasn't his fault, he should have known. Here's the thing, Danny. The song might have been 100 years old, but the version might not have been. So yeah, yeah, you can have that happen. Oh, possibly I should have kept that alight, because I'm going to stash all this lot where I'm going to put my workbench. So what they probably had happen was they may have thought, oh, here's this 100-year-old song, surely I can use it. If the problem is the publisher or the musician. So the publisher could have owned the copyright. The musician would have had the copyright to their cover version of it. And of course, if you have a cover version of a cover version, that's another couple of layers of copyright. And that's only for the music and doesn't include the lyrics, necessarily. Yeah, I mean, it's all kinds of areas that can trip you up. And yeah, my attitude is, and I think a lot of creators probably have a similar attitude. You know, oh, it's in the game, surely we should be able to use it. Yes, that does sound like the right thing to do, but that's not how it works. It's entirely down to the either the developer or the musician themselves. Hinterland is very good. So is Digital Extremes, but even with Digital Extremes, and I think I've mentioned this before, I think they used 9 Inch Nails music, and 9 Inch Nails protects their copyright. Just because it's in a video game or made for a video game, that means you probably can't use it. Sometimes, and it even gets slightly more complicated than that. You could have a situation where, for example, like me with Hinterland or Digital Extremes, they just allow you to use it. I think there are rules about using it within the context of the video game. So because I use the theme tune to The Long Dark, and I've got the Long Dark title screen, that's okay. Same, I think Digital Extremes may be a little bit more lenient than that. You will have some copyright owners who will immediately order a strike, and that's it, you're done. You've got to take it down. That does happen. There is another level where this is something that Aurora does. It will be region locked, so some regions can listen to it and some regions can't. And then there's another level after that, and these are not necessarily in a hierarchy, where they will allow you to use the music, but if you're monetized, any income you make from your use of the music automatically gets transferred to the copyright owner. So, yeah. Oh, and Nintendo is a slightly different situation. I'm trying to remember what the precise situation is with that. They really, really don't like people using emulators to play their games, even if you own a physical copy of the game. They will be all over you for that. And the result of that is there's any number of content creators that simply won't use Nintendo's. Yeah, no, they really do hang on to their intellectual property. You've got to be so careful with Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo is popular. So, I've never played Zelda. I don't have any particular inclination to, but or Mario or anything like that. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, it is utterly within the developer slash publisher's right. It is their right to defend their intellectual property in whatever way they deem fit. And if they say, no, you can't create mods, then people who create mods are violating intellectual property. And there's nothing you can do about it. And like I say, that's their prerogative. I mean, you can say, oh, they shouldn't, but the law doesn't care about shouldn't. Let's make this clear. It's probably not the people who actually do the development work, the programmers. It's the management either of the development company or the publishing company. So that's something to bear in mind. Let's see. Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's their prerogative. Yeah, okay. That's a little bit, um, that is then management, I would guess, depending on how big the thing is. Yeah, the person. The thing is, when you say dev, I'm thinking of the software engineers, the artists, whatever, who work on the game. But if we say it's the development company, yeah, that's a whole different thing. Now that is a management type position. Ah, yeah, that's a very poor excuse. Oh well, I might as well just get through the night. Oh yeah, went to bed too early. That that is not a good attitude. That's not going to do much for customer confidence. Oh, look at this. Might be able to go and do some wood gathering today. That would be nice. Bit too freezing at the moment to do that, but this is promising. I mean, obviously there are toxic developers and non-toxic developers. So, we are hopefully going after firewood today. As soon as it gets warm enough for me not to freeze my toes off. Okay, that's now getting into management level. This is a bit pointless. I needed to have brought my skillet. Skillet. I don't have a spare skillet in here, do I? I do not. But I can dump this in. Oh yeah, it's getting colder. Oh boy, it's getting cold. Ah, this doesn't look promising. Well, I can go check my rabbit situation. Oh, it's getting freezing. What was my favorite food when I was in the States? Well, that's a question that's been asked before. My favorite restaurant, arguably, was the Wildflower in Tucson, Arizona. My favorite actual food? Honestly, it depended on the restaurant. They are very good. Yeah. Um, one of our favorite, one of the team's favorite places for lunch, and we would go pretty much every Friday, was this little Mexican restaurant down the road near the airport, actually. And oh yeah, man, the weather's going to decide to do us no favors. And it was not a franchise-owned Mexican restaurant. They were jolly good. They did very good Mexican food. Then they got taken over by some franchise lobster restaurant. But one thing I can do while I'm waiting for things to switch in my favor is glad to hear they're still going. I don't know whether this is probably not true, but my limited experience of Mexico, I say limited, as a general rule, it seemed to me that the closer you got to Mexico, the better the Mexican food was. But, goodness. Let's see whether or not we can do a... See if we can get a free... I was in Mexico on vacation for 3 weeks many years ago.
Come on.
And the food was very good. And it was the first time I'd ever had Mexican food too. The first time I had Mexican food was in Mexico. That was 35 years ago. Oh, I should have brought a snare up here.
Turned out pretty well.
Ooh, I think this is going to be not recommended. We do appear to be getting into a change in the weather. Let's see if we can get away with this.
Come on.
Huh.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I'm not sure you want to, my friend. I think you want to be getting back into cover as fast as you decently can. And, yep, that was going to happen. Oh, yes. Now would be a good time to get back in. Um... Okay, here we go. No, we don't. Where is... Alright, I have just gotten... Oh, come on. I just came from up there. And... Here we go. Yeah, I'm good.
Can't feel my hands. Die if I don't warm up soon. I might have to drop some gear.
You're pleasing this guy. Right, let me check something here. Yes, I thought it needed cedar. That needs cedar. And the furniture workbench needs fir, I believe. Nope, that needs cedar as well. So I need 25 cedar. And I have 9. Still, bit of luck. Should be able to sort that out. I will also need to go hunting. I need more rabbits. I'm going to put my solitary snare up near where the rabbits are. Because this lot has been snared out. At least I didn't capture anything there. Yes, but I want a workbench as well. That's why I got the vice, because the workbench allows me to make snares and tip-ups, and I'm going to require tip-ups if I stay here for too long. So I'm going to require that. And last time I was here, that's what I did. I did make the full. I made chests, I made a meat curing box, I made furniture workbench, I made regular workbench. No, I did the whole spiel. Yeah, except for the fact that I do have... Well, this is why I need tip-ups. And if I start to get scurvy, then I'll dash back to Coastal Highway and do some fishing. But if I can make the regular workbench, then I can do tip-ups and I can do fishing here. So, you know. But I need the furniture workbench first, and then I need, yeah. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But if I have to dash back and forwards, well, then I have to dash back and forwards.
Too much stuff to carry.
I do. But seeing as I'm here, I thought I said, yeah, my goal kind of was to set up here so that I've got stuff here. And then obviously I set up in the Coastal Highway. Ideally, I'll set up in Mystery Lake. So I've got this set of places to go up and down the railroad. I did that in my Stalker run. So, you know. I've got things and places and all the rest of it. I even did the same in the transfer pass. Now, I probably won't do a full setup in the transfer pass because there's no food there. So there's no stuffing of things into meat curing boxes. But last time I did, because the deer were plentiful. So, yeah.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I need to fix that. I need to start fixing things. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't use the very good gut. Use the very bad gut. I do have cloth here, don't I? I don't have cloth here. Oh, I left the cloth behind as well. Yay. I like it. Oh, it's going to be too dark, isn't it? Let's see. I left my cloth. Yeah, I need deer. I need to go and get my cloth. I thought no, I left the cloth behind. I left the salt behind. That's all right. That's okay. Well, I kind of like this place, obviously.
Too heavy.
You know, the fishing's good, albeit you have to do it out in the open. There's beach combing. You know, you do have everything you kind of need here. You have a convenient bear. You have an inconvenient moose. Can't have everything, I suppose. And that's the whole point. This saves me from having to dash backwards and forwards. I mean, otherwise I'd just leave, wouldn't I? Why, you know, if I didn't feel it was worth doing, I would just leave, because I've got kind of what I came for. I made arrowheads, I made more weapons, you know, this kind of thing. I could just take off. It's too early, but I don't have anything else to do. Oh, it sounds like we have an aurora. We do have an aurora. Who wants to see what it looks like? Yeah. But the other thing, of course, is spending too much time in Coastal Highway. Bit boring. But yeah, once I get set up here, we'll head back and I'll start working towards the trader's quests. Assuming I survive that long, which is looking increasingly likely. I do need to go hunt over there, though. Gonna have to start using fishing line for the sewing now. I think that's my last sewing kit. Why do I have a sprain wrist? What am I carrying that's so heavy? Oh! No, it's not so bad. Oh, this is one of those days, isn't it?
Someone's gotta go.
That's a nope, nopety nope day. Yep. Which point I have then agreed to do the traders' quests. I know. Originally it was go to Forsaken Airfield, but I thought that was part of the traders' quests. So no, traders' quests. Because I normally wouldn't bother. So I do have to go back to Coastal Highway. But we should make 200 this week. Oh well, might as well just pass time until I can get out. There must have been a literally 5-second moment when I could have gotten a free fire. Not going to be a free fire here. Do I want to risk going for firewood? Eugene will know what I'm doing. Ah, right. I just realized it is time for my hourly break. So I shall be back in a couple of minutes. I'm back. Hello, everybody. Thank goodness escape access pause. At the very least, I should go check out the church. And pop down a snare. I don't think snares are working where I was. Mind you, I only have one snare, so, you know. I will at least... Yeah, we'll go and investigate the church. Don't think I investigated the church in the past. Thank you, that assumes I see rabbits. Oh, hello, rabbit. That qualifies. We will... Huh. There's less here than usual, I swear. Oh, this is kind of weird. You can't chop up the pews. I've probably noticed that before, but simply... Didn't there used to be a fire here as well? The rabbit just scared me. Maybe I'll just do it the easy way. I don't recommend doing this, to be honest with you. Now I will smell of dead rabbits. I wonder... Actually, I just need the hide. Don't need the guts or the flesh. Actually, I'll harvest the lot and drop the meats and see whether or not just in case I need it later. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, Yeah, how about that? I'm gonna try some. I don't know whether this will actually work, but I don't know whether this will act like a cave for cabin fever. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Is it? I was wondering if it was classed as a cave because I don't think. Yeah, the internal edit, the editing doesn't work. Ah, yeah, that's true. It does not. But you have a loading screen at least when you go into the Riken.
Can't feel my feet.
I mean, that it allows gut to cure means something.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Oh, I forgot. I need. Need to put my lucky stick away. Oh, and as usual, I picked up the absolute smallest piece of meat possible. So, what do I do now? Oh. Yeah, moment I get a hint of vitamin C deficiency, I'm headed back to Coastal Highway. Oh yes. I mean, you just gotta love the way it's decided that now's a good time to put threatening ambient music on. As though there's something in the lighthouse with you. Oh! Oh, it's it's actually technically still a blizzard. It's just decided to do the whole at least judging by the noise, I would call that a blizzard. Oh no. Decided to give me a minor break on the weather, huh? Is there any reason I need to go out again? Well, a sample of what that might have been like, Tony, was the Japanese ship in Wintermute. It's too late, really. I need a nice free fire day so I can get at least all the cedar that I need. A workbench would be really, really useful right about now. If I can get the workbench, then I am well set. What is it I need for the workbench? I always forget whether it's 10 or 15. I think it's 15 cedar, isn't it? Don't tell me. 15. Yep. Okay, I tell you what, let's just race through the day. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, I've got to go back to. Yeah. I didn't mean to leave everything back at the Hibernia. Well, you know. It's not too bad here. At least I've got coal and I've got fuel and I've got, you know. And I got a convenient place to rest my head. Yeah. Hmm. What messages do we have here? That's you can blame Eugene for that. He made me do it. I'd love to know how he sent an email with Wi-Fi down. Yes, but dude. Oh, that's music. Apparently somebody somewhere is broadcasting. Well, it could be the DJ at the Perseverance Mills. Do you know, I think that's the first time I've turned on the radio long enough to realize it's playing music. That's kind of amusing. I didn't really pay much attention. I think in I might have turned the radio on in the past and just thought I was hearing static. This is the point at which I remind everybody I'm half deaf, so I don't necessarily hear everything that everybody else does. Oh, I'm sure somebody's figured that out. I wouldn't be at all surprised if somebody's done that. Ah. Well, weather doesn't like me now. It's compensating. Having been so kind to me while we were hunting the bear and visiting Hibernia, now it's decided it's going to revert to type. Well, there's a couple of things I can do at any rate. Yeah, Hannibal Lecter doesn't strike me as being the type who would enjoy ragtime. Nope. It ain't doing me any favors. I gotta go hunting. Or fishing. Drat. I've actually got quite a bit to do now. I've got to go back and get my stuff, the rest of the stuff from the Hibernia. I've got to do some hunting, got to do some fixing. I've got to get that workbench made so I can go and make tip-ups. I've got quite a bit to do as soon as the weather gives me a bit of a break. I'll just settle for a little bit of a break. Right, I can go for, I think, another 10 minutes, assuming that everything behaves. So, what was I going to do? Oh, I did that. That is curing. I wasn't saying it was ragtime. That was a sort of a... I think I'd recognize ragtime. Whew. Well, here we are, trapped in by a blizzard with nothing to do. I could chop up tables. I'm just wandering up and down the stairs now. Problem is, I could really use... I know I'm not going to get it. No. I can, at the very least, go check. I might, conceivably, if I head over there, there's an outside chance the weather might clear up, or I could just go and see if there's a rabbit been snared. I hate mini games in games. I just realized I'm carrying the hacksaw and the pry bar. It's probably a little redundant. I've always felt like mini games were a way to distract from the game itself. I know some people like them. That's fine. I'm just expressing my own personal opinion here. Well, so much for that.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Don't need fur at this point. I need cedar. That's fur. That's cedar. And it's starting to get chilly, but now I think I have enough cedar. Yes, but I'm going to make the furniture workbench first so I can make snares and so I can make fishing tip-ups. So that's the priority. So I will do that first. The workbench is a better, right now the workbench is a better aid towards survival. I swear this deer is doing the equivalent of saying, please shoot me. That would have been a great shot had I made it. I have made that kind of shot before, but apparently not this time. I was just making sure I wasn't carrying regular cooked meat.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
So that should be enough. Yes. Yes, it is. And we will... I'm absolutely sure. 15 cedar one. Yep, I've got all that, so I can make a workbench so that I can make things a little easier for me, which is going to have to wait until tomorrow. So at least I got something to start work on tomorrow. The workbench. Because as you might have gathered, I am going to start bringing this to an end. Been a bit tedious, to be honest, compared with the excitement of the last couple of days. But you can't have everything. Looks like I got back just in time. So, for everybody watching who doesn't know, this will return tomorrow at 7 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Schedule will be above my head in a minute. And I will be back with Warframe this evening at 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or 1600 hours if you prefer. Hope you all have a very good day. We have building to do starting tomorrow. Yay, that will actually make things potentially a lot more sustainable. As long as I don't get eaten by anything interesting on the ice. So, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all next time.